time for everyone's favorite time of the year, and no, it's not all the Christmas presents you're going to be getting, not the New Year's resolutions that you're going to be doing that not actually follow to. Trust me, I had a New Year's resolution. Take a guess what it was. No, we are here today to talk about 2016's brand fresh new anime for winter season, and I gotta say, there's a few on here. I mean, a lot of us have been very excited for some of the new stuff that's coming out in like spring and summertime, but there's some nice little hitters here that I'm definitely want to be talking about. I'm going to be mentioning a few new series that are going to be here, so I'm not going to be mentioning too much about, you know, stuff like Assassination Classroom, like Dorada, Gate, stuff that's already had a season 2, because you know what you're going to expect. First one, we probably have one that's probably very expected for a lot of people, and that's Aijin. I've actually read a bit of the manga of this, and you don't know, this is actually bi-monthly. This comes out every 2 months, and it's going to be all in CGI. It's going to have the TV series, and it's also as well going to have the compilation movies as well at the same time. Now, I've got to say, a lot of the time with CGI, I'm very mixed on it. Like, I don't really like that Berserk's getting CGI. However, Aijin is one of those series where I can understand why it needs to be CGI. Mainly for the fact, though, is that the monster designs that they have in the entire series, like, it has to make sense that they have to be CGI. Like, they're so twisted, decrepit, like, really evil looking, and it's just like, that makes sense to me. It's only probably going to be 13 episodes, and I'm really excited to see a lot of it, but I'm going to read a little bit of the synopsis to you. For high schooler Kate, and for at least like 46 others, immortality comes as a nasty surprise ever. Sadly for Kay, such a feat doesn't make him a superhero. In the eyes of both the general public and governments, he is a rare specimen who needs to be hunted down and handed over to scientists to be experimented on for life, a demi-human. Now, this is one thing I've actually read about the manga, so I'm not going to act like, oh, I wonder what it's going to be about. I know what it is. It's pretty messed up, pretty dark at some point. Hints of Tokyo Ghoul in there, so people are going to enjoy that. I feel like the CGI is going to be a big backlash for a lot of people trying to get into this series, but it's really decent story from what I've seen so far, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing what exactly Aijin is going to bring to the table. This one actually very caught my attention. I just saw a trailer for this one recently. Boku Daki ga Inai Machi, I think it's like Erased is the English name that is on Crunchyroll. And Satoru Fujinuma is a 29-year-old manga artist struggling to make a name for himself following his debut. But that was not the only thing in his life that Satoru was feeling frustrated about. He has a unique supernatural ability of being forced to prevent deaths and catastrophes by being sent back in time before the incident occurs, repeating time until the accident is prevented. Like, one day he gets involved, and pretty much most of the synopsis, he gets turned into a child, like, from, like, the time that his mom died or something like that, or, like, he went all the way back to his childhood, but he knows everything that's happening. Like, that's kind of why I got through, like, the trailers and stuff and everything that was going on, and I'm like, the fuck? Like, it was so fucking weird, like, seeing this shit. It's like, honestly, it's being done by A1 Pictures, so we know A1 is going to make it look, it's going to look nice and all that. It's going to have some real pretty animation, if you know what I'm saying. Honestly, I don't like. All I know is that it's from a manga series, and not too much about the series has been dropped apart from like the synopsis. Like the synopsis itself just sounds, what the fuck, time travel? The fuck, like, you know what's going on? Like I don't understand, but I'm looking forward to it. Like we'll have to see. This one I've actually had an eye on for a while now, and it's the Gashi Kashi. Now this one, like, I've heard actually that is really funny, and I should be checking it out. It's in like the Gundam magazine, and I'll read out the synopsis to you guys right now. To take it over one day, however, Kokonotsu wants to be a manga author instead. One day in summer, like the cute but weird girl Shidare Hotaru from the famous sweets company comes to pay a visit. Apparently, Kokonotsu's father is famous and she wants him to join her family's company. However, he will only agree if she can convince Kokonotsu. Like, that's pretty good actually. Like, that's like, I'm not gonna lie, from what I've heard is that this is legit like a really funny series, and I mean, I'm always into a good bit of comedy and all that. So I'm definitely, I do like the character designs. It's been done by Studio Feel. I hadn't heard of that anime studio before, but we'll have to check out. No, I haven't mentioned too much, like say, like sequels and season 2s, but I kind of do want to mention Fairy Tail Zero, that it is going to be airing at the same time that the actual anime is, so we won't be getting any like anime episodes for a while. Fairy Tail is going to be replaced with Fairy Tail Zero, which, to be fair, is a smart thing. It's like building up this time skip and stuff, and honestly, it's a brand new series as well, and it does make sense because this is its own separate series. This is done by Hiro Mashima, but this is a prequel to the entire Fairy Tail series, and it shows you how the first guild was established and built up, and from all that we know, it's going to be 12 episodes, and I'm really looking forward to that. Like, I really want to know more about this. Like, it sounds so fucking interesting to find out. I saw quite a bit of the manga. I didn't see all of it, but I can definitely say that material, you know, if you like Fairy Tail, you're definitely going to enjoy this one. Next up, we've got Divine Gate by Studio Period, and I know a lot of people are going to turn their eyes like, Period, I don't know. Like, people need to let go of that Period. It's just like, they messed up, like you know, Naruto. That's like not doing too good, and I think honestly that's just because like the directors are just saying, yeah, keep Naruto going, keep cracking that whip. I don't think it's their fault for Naruto at the moment, but definitely for the whole thing of like, you know, Tokyo Ghoul, you know, that was like a year ago. Get over it. And this one, I don't know, I saw like a couple of character designs like for a while now this show, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like the interest of that, like how simplified it looks at the minute. I'll read you to it because it's from the video game. When the Divine Gate opened the living world, the heavens and the underworld became connected, ushering an era of chaos where divine and conflicts intersect. To restore order, the World Council was formed and peace is restored. The Divine Gate becomes an urban legend. In that world, boys and girls deemed fit for the world councils are gathered. The ones who reach the gate for personal objectives, those who reach the gate can remake the world. What lies beyond the gate when they reach the door? Will the world change? Will the past that change, or will it be the future? See that, like, that's kind of cool. That was the thing that caught me when I was reading that. I was like, that sounds pretty goddamn interesting, actually. Like, I'm curious to see what exactly this series is going to be, honestly, about. I've seen the character designs, I like the character designs, and they look pretty solid to me, so yeah, I'll definitely be checking out that one. Dimension W, this is one that, actually I heard it was like a seinen kind of like futuristic series, so I was like, okay, you know, it's a seinen action, like futuristic series. Let's see what like this one's got. In the year 2071, the world's energy problem is being solved by a network of cross-dimensional electric field inductors, coils, that extract energies from a seemingly infinite source. That source is the W dimension, a fourth plane that exists beyond the X, Y, and Z dimensions. Okay, I've been watching a bit of Arc Z recently, so it's X, Y, and Z's that's kind of fucking with me right now. In this world, artificial illegal coils harness power to the police. What the fuck? Like, I've seen this, and it's like, this actually sounds pretty goddamn interesting, like, on there. The police can't hope to counter. Dealing with these coils is the job of the core-hating Reaper man Kyoma, who runs in with a unique coil android Mira, leads the two to form a reluctant partnership. Honestly, I'm down with this one. This one sounds very interesting. It's an action sci-fi seinen series, and it's from a manga, and I've heard like a little bit about it from what I've heard from a couple of like friends and all that. It's like, it sounds pretty decent. I'll be checking it out, see what exactly this can bring to the table. I do want to slightly bring up the Itachi news, since I didn't actually talk about it, that there's going to be this whole new Itachi series that's like, you know, adapted from like 2 of the light novels that I've done. Honestly, I have no real interest in that exactly checking this out. I might just see the first episode, see if there's anything different, but to me, it's honestly just gonna, like, if they're gonna do the Fairy Tail Zero thing to it and all that, it just feels like we've already had so much about Itachi, and like that's the difference between like the Fairy Tail stuff. Like, we don't know a lot about Maidus and stuff, like where she came from. Itachi, we know his whole story, we know how he came to be, you know, what he was doing all along, his truth behind it, and also as well his death. We know everything about that, and even after his death, we know a lot more about him. But it's like, yeah, I don't know, the Itachi stuff, I don't particularly care too much about it. With Saigen no Phantom World, honestly, the only thing that caught me in on this one is that, honestly, I fucking just love the character designs from what we've seen from it so far, and it sounds actually interesting. So it's an action fantasy supernatural series, so we'll read this one. The story takes place in the near future in a world born of human imagination. What humans would call ghosts or monsters appear, and they come to be called phantoms. The main character is Haruhiko Ichijo. The main character, Haruhiko Ichijo, is a first year at Hoshi Academy, along with his upperclassman Mai Kawakami, who fights phantoms with the ability spirits of the 5 elements. Izumi Reina, who has the ability Phantom Eater, and Koito Minase, who fights phantoms in solitude. They experience the ups and downs of high school life before a certain incident leads them to the world of... Honestly, from what I'm seeing of this show and all that, honestly, like, the only thing that caught me, like, so much when I saw the previews and stuff like that, honestly, the character designs really are the one that grabbed me in it. I really do like how everyone fucking looks and all that, and I like kind of the twisted world they were setting up. So, reading the synopsis right now for the first time, that sounds pretty goddamn solid. I really want to see more about this show, and definitely from, like, reading it and what I've seen it, I'm definitely going to be doing a first episode impression of this. And, you know, if it's really that good, then maybe I might keep talking about it. You know, maybe it might be something I'll be on the channel for a while. Fantasy Star Online to the animation now. This isn't a sequel at all to Fantasy Star, but it's like Fantasy Star Online, the game. And honestly, like, we haven't had this one out. I know it's like the series just got licensed over here, but we still haven't got the actual MMO over here. And I'm thinking, why is this thing not even out yet? I mean, I don't even know what the animation is going to be about, because it said it's going to be an original story like that will take place on Earth in the near future, so it will be about players of Fantasy Star Online, which is the weird thing about it. Like, it isn't going to be in the world like Sword Art Online kind of stuff. Like, whether it is going to be like that, they're going to get trapped in the world, or there's going to be a serious threat or something, I don't know. But I am just curious to see it, because I've seen so much of Fantasy Star Online back in the day of like the second one. Like, I really wanted to play that game for such the longest, because it looks really cool, it looks awesome, and it like has such fun gameplay, and it's like not too much is known about the series so far, but I've seen like all the characters and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh, that mech guy, I want to play as that fucking mech guy. He looks cool as fuck, and it's like, come on, give us Fantasy Star Online 2, like for real over here, like in English, in like, you know, in the UK, Europe versions, US, like we need that stuff right there. Now for my, you can see why I'm kind of interested in this series, but Saijaku Muhai no Bahama, which, yes, if you saw like the screen picture right now, you'd know that this series, basically, the whole reason I'm into it, it looks like Trinity 7. I'm like, I think this might be my personal pick of the season. The light novel series revolves around Lux, a former prince of the empire known Arcadia, that was overthrown via a rebellion 5 years earlier. Lux accidentally trespasses into a female dormitory bathing area, sees the kingdom's new princess, Lishate, naked, and incurs her wrath. Lishate then challenges Lux to a drag ride duel. Drag rides are ancient armored mechanical weapons that have been excavated from all around the world. Lux uses to be called the strongest drag knight, but now he's known as the undefeated weakest drag knight because he will absolutely not attack in battle. After his duel with Lishate, Lux ends up attending the female-only academy that trains royals to be a drag royal knight. Like, okay, reading the synopsis, like, that was the first time the story sounds really fucking dumb. It's like, I'm the undefeated, but I won't attack anyone. It's like, you know, I won't do anything to people. And it's like, when you're at war, mate, I think you might want to attack people. Like, it sounds a bit weird, but you know what? Fuck it. It's like, it's going to be, like, from how it is, you know, you're going to be into a female-only school. It's going to be there for the personal reasons, I think. And honestly, it's definitely getting an episode 1 check out for me. See if it's any good or not. I have a slight sneaking suspicion that it isn't. The last one I'm going to be checking out on this list is Showa Genroku Rakugo Shinju. And one of the main reasons I really wanted to check this one out of like all the others ones that are on the list now is mainly because this is a Josei series, and I definitely wanted to dip my foot in a Josei series for a long time. Like, the only one I've really seen is Pet Shop of Horror, and that one's fucking great. So the third story revolves around a mature prisoner who was released on good behavior during Japan's Showa Genroku era, 1960s to early 1970s. He is called Yotaro by others, a term that means an anti-hero or a dim-witted man. When he returns to society, he starts a new life in Rangoku, comic storytelling. Touched by like Yamako's role as the Grim Reaper, he asks the master to take him in as an apprentice. Honestly, the first thing that caught me on this series and all that is that, fucking hell, this looks really nice. Like, I really like what the characters look like. It kind of like how the characters look and all that really reminds me of House of Five Leaves. And it's like, I haven't seen that series, but I listen to that OST all the time because that's like, that song is absolutely amazing, and people know what I'm talking about if they've seen that series. Being done by Studio Dean of all people, and you know, they're out of everyone. We talk about Period a lot of the time and all that, but out of all of them, they kind of had the worst track record of all like series. Like, I think the last real series that they did, apart from like Pupa, which was fucking atrocious, was honestly, I think it was Sakura Trick, and they're like the guys that are known for doing like the original Fate Stay Night, and that's the only series where I say that's fine. I enjoyed it. It's not as good as the visual novel. And the Limited Blade Works movie that they did is a fucking atrocious fucking adaptation. But yeah, I don't expect too much from Studio Dean and all that, nor do I expect them to go crazy. But I'd really be interested in this, seeing this is going to be anything at all. And that's all the stuff I've been named off for this season. There is a lot that I haven't named off, and some of them, honestly, from reading them, didn't catch my attention too much. Not to mention as well, we've got some great stuff that's actually going to be continuing on to the next season. Like, we got GUndam, Iron-Blooded Orphans, we've got Haikyu, we've got a few other things that I could carry on as well. And I'm looking forward to it, but so far, winter, to be honest, it doesn't look that crazy of a season. It seems like everything is being all built up for like the spring and summertime, like coming out since all the big announcements. But honestly, I'm interested in it. I really want to see like what this is going to bring onto the table. And I think like if we have a nice few, like I'm not asking like at least like maybe 2 to 3 animes that are really worth checking out this season, because I definitely know with next season that there's going to be like 5 to 6 of them that are going to be just must watches, check outs them. But honestly, yeah, it was a real awesome like list, I think. So I'm really looking forward to it. And there's a few selections I'm definitely going to check out, but let me know in the comment section down below what you think you guys are going to be checking out. But that is all for me, so thank you very much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.